picture here. All right.
Right.
Hey, Ros. I wonder where you got to. I'm just checking to see if that has improved. I know there's going to be a bit of a delay.
Our other option is too. I know what the problem was. Right. Found it.
We tried that last week, the native option, and we didn't win with it, did we?
So we don't need to use that now. So hello. No sound, no picture. We have got it back. Someone please tell us that we've got it back.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
I was too, but it's nice to have someone write it.
Oh, definitely. Oh, that's hilarious, isn't it?
It is. Hey, it's not as bad as it was last week.
That's it. So hello, everyone that has been joining in. Thank you for your patience. Hi.
I'll stop the scrolling. What I thought of as I was about to prepare to come back in to be on time at 10:30, right? Because that was the whole intention, to be on time, 10:30.
Yeah.
And start. Well, I thought, the usual things, ablutions, go brush teeth and brush hair and be back in here on time because you weren't in the studio at that time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gee. And I suddenly thought, why the heck do we do that? Like, why for video did I really, brushing the hair, for my hair, yes, it's absolutely necessary. But the cleaning the teeth, why do we do that? Was it really necessary that I absolutely had to brush my teeth before coming on the show? Because I know you yourself have done the same thing, set the measure, look, I'll just go and brush my teeth first and stuff before I'm back, right?
Get the makeup, just do the teeth.
Yeah, it's the teeth. It's almost like that old say, that mums in my era, the mums of the time would say, make sure you got fresh undies on in case you have an accident. Whether it was the accident of that or, you're in a car accident or something, you needed doctors and nurses and that to look at you and your undies mattered.
No holes.
No, things like that. And it just got me to think, why do we do that? And just at the last minute, like 2 minutes before the half hour on the dot that I was going to be, I was going to send you a message to say, can you click in that? I'd sent it on Messenger and then I was looking on my phone and there's the message to say, no, not 2 minutes, 10 minutes beforehand. There's the message to say, Peanuts due for Middleton Mutt's cuts. She's got a grooming and Tony had to take her and he was just finished with his shower and I forgot to tell him and remind him. And my. Good. So Leanne has said, now you're there. So that's good.
Yeah, thank you, Theone. Hope you're doing well. Theone, I'm going to talk to Don this morning and we'll try to get hold of Don this morning and see if I can organise him for Friday morning.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
We'll see how we go.
Friday morning, I'll be travelling back to Meningie bugger. Look, I might have to go back Thursday night, so I'm on my Mac. I'll be back in Meningie with the Mac.
Well, I'll let you know once I spoke to him today.
So that'll be cool. Yeah.
I'm planning a phone call after we finish here with him, so not that he knows that, but still.
Oh, well, he'll find out when he gets the call.
He will. He definitely will. So I'm sure he'll be out of bed by then.
Hi, Louise.
Hey, Louise. Beautiful.
Oh, Janice, she's saying that she's actually lost us again, so.
Oh, no.
Oops. Hopefully it's not.
I'll just flick over my Facebook page because I left it there on silent.
Yeah, well, my iPad is on silent. It's coming up with what I see. I don't see the comments on the stream on the iPad because it's too small. You've got to actually keep sliding it over to actually have them show, which is convenient but annoying at the same time.
Yeah, we're still going on my screen.
Yeah, going on this screen. Now, for those who might be on the other pages, do click that link. Do I get you to click the link that is the My Time TV that I set up that should have cross-posted? Or just go to mytimetv.live and you'll find us in the posts there as a live video. So click into that because I know that the link that I put was referring to the old BeLive TV broadcasting system, and I'm actually using the Studio 2, which is the new one.
Yeah.
So
I was just reading Theoni's message, not 9:30 to 10. Definitely, hon. I will try to make it for 10:15 with him.
Yeah, I mean, part of that too is what time is convenient for them, because it is actually fairly getting into that late zone for the US, Canada.
He's still here in Australia at the moment.
Oh, he's still in Australia.
Yeah, he's in Surfers Paradise at the moment. So
that makes it easier.
Not sure if it's this week or next week he goes back. So
very much.
He's trying to warm up, I think, after being in Adelaide.
And theirs didn't lose you at all. So there you go. Thanks for that, Theoni. I have had a chat with Shaz this morning, because it's still one of those things that we do pretty much every day, is connect either FaceTime or Messenger video. And she has arrived at Tennant Creek and bragging about it being a nice 22. And she's got the ceiling fan on, and I thought, why?
It's a little bit more humid.
I suppose Tennant is. Don't know. But anyway, so that's the differences in temperatures. Wherever you are in the country of Australia, it can vary that much too.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
Yeah, we've got more people coming in. So please, to those out there who may be a little lost as to where it is we are, click on mytimetv.live to find us there as the live. I'm not sure if I put that as my there's one. It's saying expired now. So where is that? So hopefully, I'm just going to comment into the My Time TV. Oh, it doesn't come up. I don't know, because it's expired. It's deleted it. Interesting. I'll go to my page, hopefully.
What did you want, Ros?
Well, because we're not actually showing up as live in our cross-posted, because we won't be, we just need to put a quick message there in our where it would have with the expired one, just to go direct to My TV. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Tony.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying if I can get it. It's have we got? Can people let us know if we've gone blank again? Are we?
Mine's
do we have a blank
going
screen?
Through.
Yours is. On mine, it's just gone black.
Go to mytimetv.live direct and find the live video. Red button.
See more. Yeah, we'll see mine showing it's black.
And then once you're actually at the mytimetv.live, please share it out to your profiles. Otherwise, there might be some that don't know where to find it because of the expiring of the original. So that is actually live. Yeah, it's live on the My Time TV. It's what I'm seeing on my iPad.
Caitlin's letting us know it's all good for her. So excellent.
Yeah, do just share it out, and I'm going to do the same to my page.
It's called technology.
Plus. And thank you very much for being so patient to everybody too.
Thanks, Tina. Tina's letting us know. Theoni's on the iPhone and that's working fine. Beautiful. Hey, Janice.
Good.
I love the fact you can see the comments like this, all of the comments. It's great.
As a guest?
Yeah.
Can you actually share them as well, or you can't? Click on it. There's no button to show?
No.
Okay. Can hear and see you, so that's all right. So that's Tina. Thank you. And there's and there's others who can. So I'm not frightened to say, look, share it out. Because it isn't clickbaiting. We're not encouraging you to go anywhere else to do anything else except to watch the live that we're having to manoeuvre around the logistics of it. So there is such a fear of doing this and that and all the rest correctly and the rest. Look, what we're doing here is we like sharing our skills. We like sharing the interaction. It's more the chat with friends, because that's what it feels like to me. I'm having a lovely chat with Leanne. We pick a subject, and this morning, gee, what is it? I mean, it's things that we don't think about that are automatic with how we say stuff. Like, I've just got to go and clean my teeth before you go on a video. What difference does it make? You know, they're not going to be any whiter than what they actually are. Nobody's going to smell your bad breath through a video.
No.
That type of thing.
So true.
So, and, you know, yes, we've had a bit of a muck up with technology, just a bit, but it's a learning experience because now as a host, I do know that the two interacting BeLive TVs do not work together as in the old to the new. I need to be sticking with the new. It's great improvements. It's easy to use. And when it's done in that sharing, you know, don't schedule, just go live at the right time. That's what I've learnt from this morning's. And that's how we'll do it. So, for the
so you still
ones,
can't schedule?
Look, I could schedule, but it went to the old format. But when I went to do the broadcast, it went to the new format that doesn't link into that scheduled post. That is the one that I put the link to in what I have as the events in mytimetv.live.
Yeah.
In those events, I'm going to need to put I don't know how I've got to put, you know, where that click this link thing is. You know how we change that every week? Yeah. I don't know what goes in that slot. So that's what I'll find out, so that people will just click on that Tuesdays Intuitive Chat icon, you know, that little filmy video thing we've got.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Theoni's comment.
Oh, which one?
You won't. They won't smell you, but you'll feel the fur on your teeth.
Yeah, and I've got to be very careful how I'm handling this table. It's a fold-up table, so that if I'm doing stuff on it, I'm wobbling. It's not just me laughing. It's like it's a bowl of jelly that I've got the actual camera, that, you know, like the actual laptop computer sitting on a bowl of jelly. So
you'll be pleased when you get it all set up. You've got all your Mac and everything there.
Oh, when I've relocated fully and home is here. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Be much more settled, and like, because the Mac, I just got the whole format and how I want to do it sorted. So yes, future events will be a lot easier and better, and I might even cart my Mac over here and back again when I need to. I don't know about that yet, but it's a possibility, just because I miss it a lot. It's so much easier to use.
That's it. Used to one technology. So beautiful. Excellent.
Yes. So,
hey, Barbara. Hey, Tasha.
So, I'm just trying to find whereabouts are they. Just come on.
That'll be the last comments. Look at it.
Oh, I think I did just, I put Barbara's up. Did I? Yes, I did. So it's it is actually such an easy platform to use once you get used to just those few little changes with the buttons. What sort of stuff, Leanne, is it that you can think of off the top of your head that's actually... Sorry, they're only in the wrong ward. I just read what I put up. That's personal. I didn't really need to put that on stream. I saw that and thought, oops.
I hope your son's doing well, honey, and healing nicely.
I hope so too. I do remember the times, because my boys, both of them have had interesting incidences with accidents. They both were involved in... Was it the same motorbike accident or different? No, it was two different ones. Simon had to have a thumb wired and everything through it. Interesting experience. Whoops, as a mother.
My dad did too.
And Daniel had broken his femur with a head-on motorbike after dusk accident. Silly boy. But anyway, he was in one of those up to the chest and down to, you know, the full cast for that. So that was very interesting. Yeah. So I understand the ops with children.
Yeah. Thank God mine have only had tonsils out, and that's it so far.
Yeah. Well, it's only been the boys, I think. Oh, Alice did, you know, silly things that you actually do without thinking as well. And especially when you're in the country and should know better to a degree, because Alice herself had, wanting to get a bonfire going and threw fuel on, and it chased back up into the bottle and exploded.
Oh,
So
no.
she had, luckily her face wasn't scarred, but she did have serious burns, like fairly bad burns to her face and some of the hair off and stuff. So that was another experience. So, yeah, my kids have done their things. Yeah. Denise had, I think Denise was first time rugby, women's rugby, when she went up to Townsville to James Cook Uni and got broken cheekbone from that. So was in hospital there. I wasn't able to be there for that one. That's a bit far to travel. Wasn't in a position to do it. So, yes. We'll put that up. So Fiona's putty's okay. Surgery went well.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Been in pain for a wee while. That's true. What things is it, Leanne, with, the top of the head that you've come across in your life that you sort of think, oh, why do we do that? What's the, things that just crop up that you think,
a lot of things. Yeah. For me, there's been a lot of things in my life. I'm always doing silly things and laughing at myself. I always go around things the long way, whether it's, driving, it's fixing something, it's building something, whatever. I always seem to find the longest way to go around it. And then I think I could have done it so much simpler, sort of thing. So I am very good at that type of thing. So, but that's me. And, if I can't laugh at myself, what can I laugh at? That's the way I look at it. Yeah. Beautiful.
So with the cleaning the teeth thing, you recognise that one, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And that's the thing. I'll clean the teeth before I go and put the makeup on to come on camera. So you wouldn't know if I hadn't cleaned my teeth. I'd feel it, but at least I'd have makeup on. So, I love it. But it's just us being us.
Yeah. I like
being
that
natural.
comment. Yeah. Oh, that's what I like about it. I don't bother with the makeup and stuff for that reason. Why? I like that. Yeah. My kid's tonsils are intact, but she's, it's just a few bones. He's got 204 of them, so a few broken is okay. I don't think he'd be thinking that at the moment.
No, he's thinking, God, Mum. Yeah, I've got two girls, so they're a little bit more slower, I guess, is probably the way to put it, or gentler on what they do. But I always tell my kids that if they were to hurt themselves and need to go to hospital, remember Nanny is half an hour drive away or 40 minutes drive away before she even gets to you. So the day she did fall off of a bike and put the handlebars, indented her sternum, I rang Mum from the hospital and she says, when'd she do it? And I said, like 3 hours ago. She goes, why didn't you ring me? And I went, because I just needed to get her to the hospital. So, it's that mother's instinct. I always told my kids I don't do hospitals, but you certainly do when you need to. So, beautiful. Hey, Tony. Oh, Tony's just asking if Ros can call her a card.
Yeah, I've just seen that. So, I saw it a little moment ago, but thought, well, that's a really big, long one, and we'll start doing some of the readings a bit later. Just got to double click on those little icons a bit harder. It does make a difference. What was the ouch? Oh, just ouch.
Oh, for the sternum, I would say.
Yeah. That's why, I think that's probably why I like to start from the top to the bottom as far as when we do start doing the comments, because so much of what we actually have shared with us as well, I've got the cards in hand too, by the way, so much of what we actually talk about and everything, there's the comments back that's actually more like time relevant for when we actually speak it, and it's really hard sometimes to get the relevant comment in the right space of when you actually spoke it if you're not keeping in track with that more recent comment that's showing up. So if they're out of order, and this is why I'm saying it, for anyone that sees some comments that seem to be out of order, it's purely because some of them, the scrolling bar that happens in the background here, so that I can show them. I'm trying to keep it on track with what's recent. doesn't always work.
Yeah, that's the thing. And can I add to that, Ros? Because I quite often get people go, oh, did you see such and such? And they'll list the person's name that gave me a sad face in a comment. Don't always take it as the sad face being offensive, because I think it comes in hand with what the conversation is at that time. So somebody might be giving the sad face on the fact that, you know, such and such happened in that sense, or somebody did this. And like with the other day, we had religious people on here, and a comment, I got the sad face, like I made a comment and person gave me a sad face that that person had made that comment. So it's not always taken as offensive. So that's just something for people to keep in mind as well. It's definitely the ladies to women.
Thank you, Fiona. I was putting that up to acknowledge. Yes, it is interesting at times.
Certainly is.
Hi from
hey, Rachel. Hope you're well, honey.
Okay. And I was just about to say that, Fiona, it can be a slip of the thumb. Because a mouse, I do use a mouse. I much prefer that device than trying to do a trackpad thingy, because that's where my fat finger definitely will interrupt and get the wrong thing. That's why I use a mouse.
And on the phone, it's so much harder as well. And with nails, it doesn't help.
That's why I don't use phones for this type of thing, if I can get away.
Me too.
Oh, no.
There's a talent in that in itself, I think.
Yeah. So we've got Tracy there. She's asking a question too. So we might start to get onto that, because it's usually around the halfway mark. We've not that we've kept to a pattern or a schedule or anything, but it's just fallen into place that we do tend to, around the halfway mark, 11 o'clock-ish, we go back to check some of the comments, which I will do now. And that means scrolling back up. So hopefully what time was it that we got past all that technical stuff and into some people asking some questions?
Probably about quarter to, I reckon. 10,
do you know what, though? Now, how do we turn on the timestamps in our comments in the studio too?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
they're not on my end either.
No, because they're not here. So I'm just scrolling down until I see one. Unless you see one first. And remember, for those who are watching, sharing it too. Yep.
I worked it out. On my end, I run my cursor over the comment and it sticks out the side in a little black box.
Yep. Just saw it. Yep.
Yeah.
I just saw the same thing. So I'm looking at, can see you both now. That's how far back I am. Is Jasmine's the first one?
I haven't looked. I'm trying not to touch too much in case I stuff it up.
Oh, sorry. I've got to remember I'm shaking everything when I laugh, because I've got to anchor everything down with my feet on the fold-up table and not bump the table much. Right?
I won't say what comes to mind.
Okay. No, don't.
No. I think your mind went where mine did.
I'm still trying to redirect to follow it now. What am I supposed to do next? It's interesting.
I love it.
Looking for ideas on when to start looking at getting a life as my children and empty nest syndrome. Almost been there, done that.
Oh, my baby's leaving home next weekend.
Oh, it is sad. I remember the day when Tara and I, my twin and I, we were going to Streaky Bay. She had decided to move way across there. She had a job at the hospital there as an enrolled nurse. The little Datsun 12Y or whatever that number they were was packed to the hilt all around us. She was driving. I was the co-passenger, and we were turned around, and there's Mum and Dad hugging each other as we were driving away, because we were the last ones to leave home. It was so sad. But
was that a hug of sadness or a celebration?
I think it was sadness. My instance was a little different. I was the one that left home because the boys wouldn't. So, and other reasons. Yeah. So that was interesting. Yeah. So, what are you going to do to feel unstuck? Study. Yeah.
I'm drawn to the study, honey. So I want to say, look at what you're drawn to in the way of study, because I do feel that that will lead you in that way. But I also want to put you in doing something for about 3 days a week is the reference I get.
Yeah. And what I've got, and I'll solo this one because I try and get them that way. Did that work? Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a 1, 2, 3 in that order. So which way did we look at them? I've got to do them opposite, don't I, for the screen here. So the first one that came out was that one. No, the wishing well was the, oh, look, the first one that came out was the heart. I'll just do it this way. The heart. So whatever you're doing, do it from the heart and letting go of those responsibilities that are no longer yours, because your children are now independent and out on their own responsibilities, and you need to be looking deeply at what you wish for, even though this isn't the wishing well, it is a well, looking deeper, putting a little bit of work into putting the bucket in and bringing it up with whatever is for you. And as Leanne said, that was what she was sensing was study and moving into something else. So I feel the same.
Jasmine, if you do get too bored, honey, I'm sure Theone has a son that she can lend you for a while until he's out of pain.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Theone to offer him up.
Can always share them around.
Yeah, that's it.
Mine are probably a bit too old because my youngest is 30-something now. So, yeah. And here is an eldest son. Is he going to be happy with new love? I'm getting a sense of
Yeah, I do get yes for that too.
Yeah. I'm just getting just the snake is the one that I needed to pull out, whatever that means for you. Just be wary of some snake in the grass that might be trying to instigate some different result, but I'm still actually feeling a very good yes on that one. What did you feel?
When you said that, I actually wondered if there's a past love type of thing that will try to block things for him moving forward. So somebody else that has had feelings for your son in the past that could be a little bit despiteful in that sense. All right. So just watch that outer energies is the way I get it put.
Yeah. If I look a bit vague here, it's because I'm still trying to find the next one. So that's what happens with the background stuff. I've got to look to the side. Yeah. So do you see things being fully over with my ex-partner and I?
Oh, thank you, honey. Yes, I got yes with that, honey. So I also feel that you need to set your boundaries a little bit around that side of things as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to speak up around that at the moment, but I get the blocked throat chakra with it.
There it goes again.
The snake. Similar things.
So I think the next card that came up too was the flowers. So I think the end result is being wet.
Yep.
Yeah. What's that one?
That's right, the flowers.
Yeah. Being wary of that, the possibility that there is still someone that might be wanting a different result, but like the flowers really do indicate that it's a good result for you. It's just because flowers are nearly, in my experience, flowers are nearly always given in love, through love. That's the intention. So, yep. And we're up to Tony. I liked how with the studio too, the comments are actually spread a little thinner and down lower so that we can actually see most of what is written. Well, in fact, being a long one in the background, it's actually shown up very nicely in the bottom there. So regarding your near future.
Tony, you have to let me know, honey, if you got that phone call. I thought of you laying in bed last night.
There's the lady, so that's definitely talking about you. I'll actually do that as a solo so that the two, oops, that's definitely talking about you. There's the two women okay? And what I'm getting from that is basically it was the younger one that showed up first, moving to the older one, which is a progression and definitely stability coming in with the anchor being present there. So I think once, the paying off, the actual having the anchor as that third, I think you'll find that there will be some... Oops, I got you when you were yawning.
Yeah. I think I sneaked that one in.
So I wasn't watching the screen at the bottom.
Oh, God.
So is there anything further for Tony that you can bring forward?
I think she's heading in the right direction, and I've talked to her about that. Now my glasses are fogging up.
Oops, and I'm shaking the table because I'm holding it while I'm laughing. Oh, dear.
Oh, God, I cracked myself up.
Now, we've got Brianna.
Yeah.
Brianna here wondering about her finances. Are they going to get any better?
I get yes, honey, but I just feel like at the moment it's just going to be a little bit of a process with that. So I always say to people, put out that clear picture of what it is that you're working towards and allow spirit to manifest that. So ask your guides to step in, bring in the finances you need to be happy and pay your bills, be comfortable, and give them permission to do it. But I get yes, okay? This energy will soon start to change. So people are going to start to find the difference in that. Okay.
Yeah, and I think too, like the stars. So it's a lot to do with focusing, because the stars are a bit like about focus, and creating that, like Leanne was saying, and put that intention there. Ask the guides, give them permission, and it will happen. Because initially I got what have you decided to do? Are you actually deciding that you want more money? In the right way. So, I mean, my first instinct was a no, but I think the fact that the stars are there, your decision, create that and have it will be. So it's focusing on the right mindset, the right frame of mind around what your finances are and how you're progressing with them. Yeah.
And sometimes we can block that money and stuff too from coming in. So, allow it to flow.
Look, and there's certainly instances where a poor mindset actually serves a purpose as well for some people. I mean, just look at what your intentions are around money and invite it in. That the right mindset for it. So, and we have the next one. I love that you are actually becoming more skilled, for those in the audience putting their questions up, that you are being more detailed, and I like that. That's really good. Thank you.
I'm giving up on my glasses.
They're still foggy.
I don't think it's actually fog. I think it's a big fingerprint.
Oh, and you don't have a glass cleaner there at hand at the moment.
I have them right next to the computer and right next to the laptop in the lounge room.
Yeah.
I've learnt my lesson.
Yeah, well, sometimes I don't have the right cleaning tool at the appropriate time, and it's usually a shirt that's got something else on it. So I think, no, don't scratch them. Yeah, so anything for love in the next 3 months. Nicely detailed. Thank you.
I still feel like, Tracy, there's a little bit of work that you need to do on you at the moment. So I want to say the energy needs to be focusing on you. And when you do that, things will flow. Okay.
And I'll solo that one again too. Makes it easier for you to see the cards. So what we've got there is the dice was the first one, or the die was the first one that came up. I'm just going to take these sort of as a guide for, there's the first month. It's going to be a roll of the dice, which love intention there is there. And the second one being the key that will open the cage, and you see the rose there being what you set free as your intention. And the fox Can men still, what I'm taking that one for in the last month is any other what's the word for it? Block, whatever it else is that's in the chicken coop at the time type of thing is leaving, because that fox is actually leaving. So it leaves a clear pathway, leaves that happening for you. So what are you getting there, Leanne?
Yeah, I just got the reference to the focusing on her at the moment, and the energy will shift in that side of it. So beautiful.
So other people's opinions don't matter either, and you can ignore all of that. Just turn your head away from it and just focus on yourself, and that will happen.
And I think that's a really good comment for other people's opinions don't matter, because I really think we need to start focusing on what we want and what is good for ourselves, not allowing others to impact it in that way.
Yeah. Now, I think now Rachel would like to know if there's anything from her mum. So I'll solo for you on that one.
Thank you. Okay. I got a beautiful smile straight away, honey, connecting with mum's energy. And I do feel that mum was more of a quieter sort of energy with that. She's got a hand on her heart, my sign for love and pride. I do also feel there was a little bit of a cheekiness to mum, but to me, it's that feeling she knew how to light up the room as well. Okay. I also need to acknowledge the birthday that literally has just been or about to be, but I'm also being given the number 7. So whether it's the 7th of the month or I'm focusing on July with that as well. Okay. I do feel that you feel mum's energy around you. So I want to say, just acknowledging that when she is there, I get the reference to you hear her move through the house as well. And she says that she hears you talk to her. So I want to say, please trust what you feel, think, see, hear, and when you are talking to her, because she is communicating back as well. But I love her energy. She's making my knees sore, so I don't know if she had knee pain or had issues with her knees, but all of a sudden my feet have just gone cold and she's given me the soreness to the knees. All right. So can I leave you with that, please? No, there's a lot of love, like I said, and a lot of pride that comes through. Okay.
And
beautiful energy.
And the card that I pulled, which when I get it in the right spot, will be that. I'll go that way. Just the anchor. My eye went straight away to the bird, actually, overseeing everything as you anchor in your own energy into this life. She's feeling lovely and free and looking over you. Yeah. So that's what I was feeling as I was reading that card. So, what happened there?
I slid in and slid out.
Oh, how did you do that? Hang on, I've got to... It went... Yeah, I am, but I wasn't thinking... Oh, just hang on.
Here I come.
Yeah, I put you down into the... it's not the lobby anymore. You're in the staging area.
Oh, we've come up.
I thought you'd slipped off, but it wasn't. I'd somehow... See, that's that fat finger, and even with the mouse, I still managed to do something.
Why did it slip out the side?
Well, it went into a very weird slidey split screen here in the back end. That's why I wasn't sure what I'd done. And we've got Terry is next, and just wanting to know something from family. Is there anything on her family?
Okay.
Or is that a male? Whoops.
It's a female. Okay. Yep. I get the reference to things will start to settle, honey. So I do feel that you're heading in the right direction. So to me, it's the feeling that things have been up in the air a little bit for a while. I get the reference to this energy will start to change and that balance will come in. It's just allowing it to come in that way. Okay. That wasn't you yawning, was it, Ros? It's catching.
No, a card dropped. It flew out and dropped. So I have to solo this one, or I'll do it. How do we do that? That way? Yes. Yeah. And I can cover my face with this one and put all those masks up.
Yeah.
And so what I'm actually feeling is the various roles that you actually have been playing within your family as well, and the different masks that you are putting up. So I'm just feeling that some others in the family are doing a similar thing. And it was, being more true to yourself, being true in how you're portraying yourself out, even to family. We sometimes think that we actually know our family really well, but that isn't always the case. So I'm just feeling that needs to be something that shifts for you. So, to connect with your family as well in a more deeper way. That's what I'm feeling there. So hopefully that's helpful for you, Terry. And tell me if I'll get have we answered Vanessa's? No, because it's about a car. Hey, ladies, can you please tell me if I'll get my new car soon, and will I get the position I applied for? That's 2 questions.
Yes. Sneaky. I got yes and yes with that.
Yes,
so yes.
I think even just a really quick shuffle of the card just to see one that might come up just to confirm that. What does? Yep, yes and yes, 2 parts. No need for a choice there. That was just 2 parts. So yes and yes. Now we've got Rachel. We just did Rachel's, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So that's been in twice because I'm just going down the list. See, you get caught out doing the twice here. Not that it's a bad thing. We do understand that you might get frustrated that you haven't had your questions seen, but they will be seen. They may not be answered. And that's where part of this show is in the description. When it worked right in the old way I was doing descriptions, it's potluck. So keep sharing it out and keep coming back. And one day it could be that yours will be answered. I have in past times tried going back later and just doing a card reading for everyone. The last few times, because of the way I'm in between stuff at houses and the rest, it hasn't happened. Time does run away sometimes.
Life's a bit hectic at the moment.
Yeah, and that's another part of the potluck. You know, us Aussies, we know what potluck is. Yeah, whoops, I'm shaking it again. Do you see us getting the house we're wanting?
Yes.
And able to see our house quickly once we get sell.
Sell the house quickly.
I presume sell our house quickly once we get it finished and ready to sell. Oh, sell at the end, yes. I didn't read the question.
I get you need to let go of the energy of that home, honey, so separate your energy from the house. And when you do that, it will sell. Okay?
Yeah. I think give it a good saging well before you have a viewing, though, because some people don't like that smell. But it's certainly a good thing to actually do. And there we've got peace. You'll be at peace once it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, good question. Thank you. Oh, excuse me about that. Just bringing it up, you know, some of those weird things that happen sometimes. Yesterday I took a slurp, not a slurp, I took a good swallow of my coffee. I drink lots of coffee. I'm well practiced at drinking it and swallowing it properly. But, you know, you sometimes get those instances where it just came out up the back of the nose, and if I'd have had the holes between the mouth and the ears, it would have squirted out sideways. Oh, my, did that hurt.
How did you do that?
It just did it. It was just projectile. It just came out. It didn't swallow. Yeah. And it came back the nose, and that really hurts. Oh, really. Like it wasn't funny at the time, but thinking of it, it is now. Sorry.
So you should have the camera going.
Times you don't have it. Thank goodness. I don't know why. That's seeing nursing there that brought that thought up into my head. I would never have shared that otherwise. Things you need to know. My sister has to go into a nursing home. Will a place be found for her in Mount Barker?
Yes.
I'm getting a yes.
Yes. I get a male energy coming in with that, honey. So I feel like I've got a father figure that steps in around you, and I get his cheekiness. But I've just got to put it as he put it towards me, because he laughed and he says, somebody's dying to make a room for her.
Yeah. So true, yes.
Love Dad's humour
there too. So there's somebody who's trying to manoeuvre it so that it's, they're trying to find a place that's not suitable, but the right one will come up. That's
I
what
actually
I'm
feel
getting.
around the corner from you, hun. So when I say look at Sash Fergie, so to me, I feel like I'm looking at more so that one closer to you.
Now, and we've got Vanessa. Oh, whoops, did I miss one there? Oh, no. No, I will just do that. Lynn has put, thanks, ladies. True, I think. So I can't
Beautiful.
remember where that comment was from, but thank you for the feedback.
To do with
we do
this,
actually enjoy it.
Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just reading through. I don't remember the names. That's not one of my talents as far as seeing which one that I've actually done, that we've done, type of thing. You know what I mean, don't you, Leanne? So,
yeah. Okay.
Vanessa, hi. Will we find a block of land to build our dream house on? And if so, when can you see this happening? Also,
I want to me, I get yes to the block of land, and I get the reference to being a little bit higher up. So I do feel like I'm not on flat land, I'm on raised land in that sense. So you've got a bit of a view with it.
So a bit more out in the hills.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's good news as far as the flowers. Receiving flowers is always good news.
Yeah.
Seeing any more babies, I'm not sure about that one. I think there's still, I'm getting a no.
Okay.
What are you getting, Leanne?
I'm in two minds about that, so I don't think it's certain either. I get the focus will be on the house first.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how many roses have you still got that card there, Ross?
Oh, timing. Yeah. 9.
Yeah.
Because the card's
So
9.
I was driven to I was drawn to how many roses there are. So whether you're looking in the 9th month, honey, or the being put in front of you. Okay.
9 months away. That's also pregnancy, isn't it? I'm still not getting a definite on that one. So yeah.
No, me
the
either.
house, yes. Yeah. Whoops. Barbara has. Hi, Barbara. Can you tell me if my case against the hospital will be finalised soon? This is the last thing I need completed so that I can have closure and get on with my life.
Okay. I get the feeling it's going to be drawn out just a little bit longer yet, honey, but I do feel that you will have closure before the end of this year.
I was feeling it's not quite completed yet too.
Keep pushing.
And from the heart. Focus on your heart in the whole thing.
I get the feeling you've got a male process. Energy and spirit helping you with that. Okay.
And we have Brianna saying, okay, lovely. Thank you very much. Feel like I've more going out than coming in. And that would have been the finance references, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I remember that one. Yeah.
Well, mine said I got to pay my phone bill.
I find it really interesting with our technology, the way that we are able to operate almost cashless because it's getting to that point where it is. We receive our bills online. Well, most people do. We receive our bills online. We pay them online through online banking. We can do everything with our technology. And yet you still have to actually go into your email to check that the bill is there to then go and pay it. Because I haven't got everything set up automatically. And it's one of those things, being self-employed, you're not sure when the money's coming in. So you can't have everything on the click auto. So interesting point that you make there. Yeah. It's also the same thing with putting our energy out to actually attract the money in as well. You can't just set that on auto. There is that need at times. We really do need to focus of where our energy, our focus is, what our actual intentions are. Is it for the better good, or are we just being greedy, or is it for, are we doing this because we love doing it, or just because it's making the purpose of making money to be rich? All of those things that we need to be able to check in with ourselves about, being who we are for the purpose we're here for. Now, that's just my bit of a little rant there. Now, who is... because that's something that I've had to struggle with myself over time. So we've got Stacey. Hi, what can you see happening with my career? Currently a stay-at-home mum.
I actually feel like I want to put her working with children.
Well, it's a good thing that she's a mum. Stay at home. She's working with children.
Other people's children.
Yeah. Yes, because I'm not actually receiving as such much about that. I think the question that I had pop into my head was, do you really want a career, or do you want to stay home and be a mum? Just as valid. Whatever you choose is going to be anchoring for you. So that's the card I've got. So, okay. Stay-at-home mum. In what capacity? Can you feel anything around that as far as any more detail? I'm just thinking, is it still something that's offered and done, is looking after other people's children in your own home? Or is that something now that's only you've got to take your kids to a childcare centre?
Yeah. No, I think you still can, I think. But I would look more at like a SLO or something at school.
Our schools.
Something along those side of it. So, yeah. I'm being very much more a little bit, not so much do the child care, but I do feel like I want to be working with children.
With children, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so Tony was just saying thank you to us.
I'm pleased I crack you up, Tony.
Yeah. And we have Louise. Hopefully you're still listening in, darling. Louise from Canada.
Yeah.
Can we feel any of your loved ones around you? No, I'll solo you for that.
Yeah, okay. I have 2 males, honey, so I do feel like I've got your son there, and I have sensed your son around you before, but I also feel that I've got a father figure there with you as well. So to me, I get the reference to he's very much in spirit with your son in that way, but I do get the reference to look at how your abilities to sense them is a little bit more heightened lately. I also feel there's a little bit of sadness around you at the moment, honey, and I get the reference to it's really important to acknowledge that. I feel tired with your energy, so whether it's just the fact that it's late at night there or it's more so you're feeling a bit worn out in that sense, but I do feel like there's the need to nurture yourself at the moment. All right. And I keep getting the number 7 too with you. So I get the reference to look at what's going on, what the 7 means to you. Okay. I keep getting sounds in the house. So to me, I feel like there's something that you hear move or a smell that goes through even that will get your attention, and that shows you that there is somebody there with you. Okay. So I will leave you with that. No, there's a lot of love and a lot of pride that comes through. All right.
And just before we finish with Louise's, I was just shuffling and that sort of half poked out. So I think it's actually meant because that sort of it's books, not indicating you're going to do study anymore. I felt the feeling that there will be some secrets revealed soon, and you'll appreciate that being known. So I think that might be something coming up for you. And thanks, Tracy, for the feedback. Oh, wow, you've always listened to others, but not anymore. Thank you.
Stacey's a teacher.
What's that?
Stacey that we picked up on with children is a primary school teacher.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sorry about that. Hi, Leanne Ros. I'm still shattered about yesterday. I don't know what to do.
Honey, I want to say just stop, breathe, ground your energy and acknowledge the grief that you're going through, because a relationship breakdown or that loss, like what you went through yesterday, is like a part of grieving. All right. So you need to focus on you and what the work is that you need to do on you. All right. So I send you a very big healing hug.
And this here is the birds. Birds its main emphasis is communication, but gossip. Don't listen to it. That's all I'm saying. What?
We didn't quite see it. There we go. That's better.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you're right.
So it's birds. As you can see, they're all in the grouping around a communal feeding bucket. post. It's anything that's said about it, you just look, ignore other people's what they say. It really isn't worth it. Now, what signs has she been giving me? Have we done, Rachel? So I keep an eye out. Yeah, thank you, ladies. Yeah, that's right.
Beautiful. So whether it's music, it's feathers, it could be coins, it could move things.
Songs on radios, something that pops up at the right time. That didn't hide. We've got a thank you from Tina as well. Thank you so much. It was appreciated. Just struggling a bit. Lost at the moment. Yes, you will get there.
Yeah.
So true. It does take a bit of time. It can take some patience, but that it's it is as long term. It's all worthwhile for you as to what you need. Part of that where you are, how you grow into being the more perfect you. Just on family leave at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Jake is asking, is my path working for me?
Okay, yes. I feel like you're right where you need to be at the moment. So I do feel that. It's nice to see you, Jake. I think Jake, I met in Broken Hill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll just put this one as solo just so you can see a bit more of the detail of this card.
Wrong way. There we go.
There?
Yep.
So the moon, it's anything you desire to be revealed. You're just needing to put your focus on it. So I would say that the pathway that you are having revealed to you is the right one and it is working for you. I'll just see what the next card was. Needing to have some of those responsibilities dropped that you have held on to tightly. And with that, it moves from that darkness into the wrong way direction. On point it that way. The freedom of what the birds are up there in the light. So that's what I'm getting with that little story.
I wouldn't be surprised if other people are in Jake's ear a little bit as well. So I do feel that it is about trust, surrender, Jake, and just go with the flow. Don't let other people influence you in that way. Yeah. Okay.
And we have the blessings to us both, so that's good.
Thank you, Jake.
And he's also passing on hopes that Sharon feels better. So it's wonderful to be able to interact in this way. I really appreciate the comments that are coming through and the thank yous. So that's really good. And I think we've actually got to the end almost. It's fabulous to have the guidance. Thank you. And can definitely become overwhelmed. That's where the breathing comes into it.
It is. And sometimes we need to remind ourselves to do that as well. So.
And Sharon too is thanking Jake. So that's wonderful. Thank you. Now,
Sharon's also asking how to ground herself. All right. So I always say, honey, feet on the floor. Feel the feet like the ground under your feet. If you can get outside and do that, go for a walk in nature. Just take nice deep breaths. Feel yourself come out of your head and bring your focus down to the feet. Even if you sit there and you wiggle your toes to help do that can make that bit of difference as well. For me, I love to go down the beach, put my feet in the water, wind in the hair, and release everything out to the universe, which might be a good idea for you to do at the moment, honey. So as the waves roll back, I see myself let go of all that. So and stuff I hold on.
One of the things that we don't always remember to do is even just a drink of water will help to ground us, because you're taking in what is from the earth and it will eventually move back to the earth. So that in itself will help to ground. One of the ways.
Otherwise, chocolate. Shh, I didn't say that.
And chocolate. I was about to say that.
I will share a favourite with you.
No, I want the whole block, not the box.
There's
I
not
want a
much left
block.
down around here at the moment.
Well, I figure that, when you go to measure chocolate, you buy it in a block of chocolate. What's the use of having just one piece? The whole block is one piece. So, sometimes it just... I don't.
Do you know what? I have this whole bag here that somebody gave me has chocolate and licorice and peanuts and all sorts in it. And I've hidden it from the kids because every time I want chocolate, they've got attached the cupboard. So I've stashed it here next to me. It's within arm reach. And I was sitting here the other day sneakily eating a bit of licorice that I didn't want to share.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, I used to do that I used to do that when the kids were little because I didn't want to share. And that it actually goes back to it's lovely, Tina, go back to the beach again. And I'm not far from the beach here. It's just one street over and I'm at Boomer Beach, so I'm luckier than most. But when I was little, being a twin, it's always been the experience for me that you have to share. So, when I had the chance of kids of my own and all the rest, and I wanted to keep something for myself, I jolly well did. So I would hide some packets of chips and that, because chips is my favourite.
Yeah. Right. Well, I had, so you cut out there for a sec, Ros. But I thought the other day I didn't feel so guilty about hiding it because my 15-year-old decided she was having chocolate for breakfast before her week did. And I'm like, God, you're so much your mother's daughter.
Yeah, I think we passed it on
beautiful.
Paul. Yeah, it's all of that. So
yeah,
it is all.
I always say sweets should be before mains, but still, not that I get sweets too often. I am trying to be good.
Yeah, look, over the years, I've even when cooking for my kids, it was like as far as from my own family up. I was brought up in a family era when you had your main and a dessert. It was always a main and dessert. Sometimes a soup, maybe, but it was the main and dessert. You didn't have a meal completed unless you had dessert, sweets, pudding, whatever. I've never been into that habit because if I had to cook it myself every time, every day, I just got so bored. I'm not a cook. I can, but I don't enjoy it because of the for me, it was monotony and trying to find variety that the kids would like, that they would eat. I mean, Harvey would eat anything. We both did as far as whatever it was, but the kids were the fussy-ish ones. They wouldn't take anything adventurous. And I just cut out sweets. It was just too annoying. It was ice cream if they wanted it. That was it. So,
and I find that with my kids, like I've got both of them like pasta. One will only eat pasta with cream on it. The other one will only eat it with tomato on it. So it's just like, how do you cook pasta for two different people? It drives you nuts.
Yeah, I was getting to the point I was doing two different meals at times. And, now that I'm more adult, I don't cook. Tony does now.
Yeah, I love it. Helps when you got a good cook.
I've got the best arrangement. Oh, God. Like it's almost orgasmic, but I won't go into that. Here's Boomer Beach. Thank you, Tina. Beautiful. You love Boomer Beach. I do too. It's gorgeous. Yeah. It's very wild at the moment. Anyway, we had better move on because I did just notice the time. It's 11:39 and I've got a dog that I'm meant to pick up from the groomers, the one that, Tony at last minute had to take her down there. I think it only takes an hour to groom. Anyway, I'm supposed to be elsewhere. But that didn't take off. There, done. No, I must have hit it twice. Thank you, Tony, for that. Thank you so much for the lovely morning and the laughs. So share it out. Yeah, look, whenever set notifications that you get reminded that MyTime TV Live is on, because there's going to be a large variety of different people who are going to be broadcasting into MyTimeTV.live. We're not the only ones, and it's not just a psychic medium channel as such. Yeah. We love doing this, and Leanne, you're next on tonight with Annette, and tomorrow you have your solo show
Yeah. And if you guys are interested in learning how to do this, contact us.
Yep.
Let us know. Maybe you've got something you have your own show on as well. So
Yeah, sorry, I had to put that one. It's like it's running a cafe.
I love it.
So true. Thank you for the laughs. So thank you, people, for being part of our conversation, being part of our show. For those who you feel that it is relevant for, to share it out, go for it. And yes, anytime that you need deeper readings, we both do them online and in real life. Like you can, well, you do, don't you? You have people coming to your place of business from home.
Yeah,
I will
Sorry.
when I've got it settled, but mine's more online, but we're available. So just ask. Messages, if you're going to do the personal the PMs or whatever, it won't be answered outside of business hours or anything inappropriately, not in the My Time TV messenger. Please go to each of our personal pages, or like mine's the Hypnosis Plus, yours is the
Leanne
Winston Psychic Medium. Please direct your messages there, and look forward to next week. It'll be the same time. Hopefully, it'll start perfectly from Meningie, I hope.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.